Good morning. So I just got to the airport. It's currently 6 a.m. I got my Starbucks. I'm about to board my plane soon, but the airport is like very empty because it's so early, I guess. So I'm talking quietly because I'm a little bit embarrassed. Anyway, so I'll be boarding my plane soon to Honolulu first. I have a layover for a few hours, and then to Tokyo. This trip almost didn't happen, so I'll update you on that fiasco later, because literally it was like yesterday that I was like, oh, okay, this is really happening. So yeah, I will be on my plane soon. Next time you see me, I'll either be in Hawaii or at my final stop in Japan. Also, I have brown hair now. That's another story for later. I'm in Tokyo. It is pouring rain, but it's like dead outside for a Friday night. What are these people doing? I'm so out of breath. My suitcase weighs like 50 pounds and I had to carry it up 3 flights of stairs out of the subway station. Anyway, I did successfully navigate the train system, even shoving my way to get off because it was so crowded. I will say I was really confused on how to buy a train ticket, and this lady had to do it for me, and then I paid for the wrong fare amount, so I accidentally stayed on the train for like 7 extra stops that I didn't pay for. Sorry guys. I guess I probably should have shown my hotel room before I unpacked last night, but here it is. It's little, but it's very cozy. Here's my outfit of day one. Here, got my dad's shoes on for walking. Anyway, it's just little, but it's cozy, and the seat is warm, and also I used a bidet for the first time. Crazy. I actually think I kind of like it. I also, the seat being warm kind of freaked me out at the beginning, because you know when it feels like someone else was like sitting there? That's how it initially felt, because I didn't expect it to be warm, but I'm kind of digging it. You know how everyone always says that Japan is living in like 2050, like they're way ahead of us? I'm sure that this is something simple, but this feels like magic to me. Whatever they did so that this part of the mirror in like a perfect square did not fog up, that feels like they're living in 2050. That feels like magic to me. I don't know what they did. It's probably something simple, but if it was that simple, I would be doing this at home. Honestly, I kind of have this whole park area to myself right now. There's like nobody really here, but I got breakfast, I got coffee, I'm listening to an audiobook, so all is well so far on this trip. I'm currently heading to the Imperial Palace, which is up on this hill. And then this is the Nijubashi Bridge, which is guarded at all times, except it's open like 2 days a year, I guess, for like the Emperor's birthday and for the Emperor to be down there. So that's cool. The Imperial Palace is in this like huge park though. It's really pretty. There's all these like, actually they're over here. There's all these bonsai trees. But also you're not allowed to run inside the park. And I saw this like older gentleman just like going for a jog, whatever, and a policeman came running over with a whistle, holding a giant sign above his head that said no running. So I just thought that was interesting. But everything is like super well kept. Like All the grass is the exact same height. All the trees are like perfectly groomed. It's a very nice park. I see why the emperor lives here. So I definitely just walked in the wrong direction for probably like 20 or 30 minutes trying to get to the Imperial Palace. There's like so many different like gates that you have to like cross over to get there, and they're all closed to the public except for one, which I didn't realize. So I was most definitely going in the wrong direction. Anyway, while I'm walking back, I was going to explain about my passport situation and why this trip almost didn't happen. But long story short, I had to send my passport off. Also, I hope you can hear me. There's like a major road right next to me. Anyway, I had to send my passport off to a Chinese embassy for part of my like visa process, and they keep it for days, and then like you can go get it or have it sent back, whatever. So it made it there totally fine because it was just going to San Francisco. So when it was on its way back to me, it got shipped, like the postal service accidentally sent it to the wrong mail facility, and then it got lost. And so like a week before my trip, or like 8 days before, was the last time that it had been scanned anywhere in the postal system, and then there was just like no updates for days, and it had a scheduled delivery date, didn't come. So this past week leading up to my trip, I was like rushing home from work because our post office closes so early because Winters is so small. So I was like rushing home from work and spending a bunch of time at the post office every day. Luckily they were really nice and helpful. They didn't treat me like, oh, you should have done this sooner or something. But I literally got my passport back like 36 hours before I had to leave on my trip. So I spent a lot of days crying and being like, it's not gonna happen and it's all non-refundable, whatever. Anyway, it ended up making it back like just in time. And then one of the days after work, oh, here's some nude women while I wait to cross this road. Anyway, one of the days after work, I was like really panicking about it, and I was like, I'm just gonna dye my hair and be emo, and so I did. So now I have brown hair because I just went a little crazy and decided to dye it, and it still has very much like red undertones, which is driving me crazy. Although I like how it looks. It's just like, I don't want to be a redhead, you know. Also, I have seen so many like supercars or hypercars, or I'm not really sure about my cars. Anyway, I've seen a lot of them here. They're very cool. Well, I made it back to the gate that I thought would be open, and it's also closed. So at least I got my steps in today. There's some important building, probably. I wouldn't know because I can't go over there. I'm currently heading to the Tokyo Skytree, which you can see peeking out back there. Honestly though, after I go to the top of the Skytree, I'm feeling so jet lagged. I was awake for like over 24 hours, and then I couldn't sleep for very long last night. So I might just go to bed like really early tonight so that I'm not trying to catch up all week. Okay, so I just got back to my hotel. It's only 6:30 and I'm so tired, but I was gonna show y'all. I just got dinner, brought it back here so I can watch Stranger Things, of course. But I got a rice bowl, miso soup. This is like toppings for the rice bowl, and like a little milkshake. It cost me $6. That's a good deal. It also came with whatever this is, so I don't know if that means I ordered a kid's meal. I'm not entirely sure what this is, but all this was $6. Can you believe that? This milkshake might be coffee. which I definitely don't want to drink coffee right now. I feel like that's the story of this trip so far, is learning how to ask questions because you think you know what something is and clearly you don't, but also learning to just be uncomfortable doing things wrong. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've gone to a train station, just stood there and stared at all the signs and turned in circles, and like, I got on the wrong train at one point earlier. I missed my stop getting off of the bus earlier. But it's okay, you know? I'm not like in a rush anywhere. I feel like that's just the story of this trip so far, is just like being okay standing there looking lost, because I'm gonna continue to stand and look lost places. Good morning. I am back in Tokyo today. I'm exploring Shinjuku and Shibuya today, so I just got to Shinjuku. It is pouring rain. It's supposed to be 100% chance of rain today and tomorrow, which is a bummer because today's Christmas Eve, tomorrow's Christmas. Anyway, this is the weather that I did pack for though, so I'm glad at least that my overpacking of puffy, warm clothes was worth it. I see why they call this place the Times Square of Tokyo. Also, there's a 4-story McDonald's that looks like a sit-down restaurant. I'm kind of salty that I went to McDonald's last night so that I could go try that one out. I just picked up some gyoza from a tiny little hole-in-the-wall place in that like narrow alley that I had a video of. Anyway, I'm hoping that it's good because it was cash only. It was like really tiny, just owned by this like older couple. And I feel like all the cash only places tend to have better food because they like make it there. And so hopefully it's good. But I'm definitely in the red light district, which I came here to see a giant Godzilla head. I didn't know that this is also the red light district, and there's like all these pictures of naked women everywhere with arrows pointing inside, so I came here for this. I mean, you can't really go wrong with gyoza, but these are delicious. I just found these on the side of the road, so I'm gonna try one. Let's see. Sad. This store is so overwhelming. That Capybara Cafe was like the best $20 I have ever spent. I also feel like they just take care of them and treat them really well, and they had a big space. The Pig Cafe yesterday, it was really tiny, and I didn't really love the way that they treated the little piggies. I kind of felt bad for them. And the Cat Cafe was good because it was also like an adoption place, so they took really good care of them as well. But those capybaras are way bigger in person than I thought they would be. They all weigh like 90 pounds, and apparently they can get up to like 150 almost. But it was like the best experience ever. I don't think there's any other time that I would be able to go meet a capybara, so that was cool. This is the craziest cafe I've ever been to. Excuse me, sir? They kind of just like stare into your soul though, like waiting for you to ask for something else. Do you have a name?
Yes, I do have a name. What about you? Do you have a special name on the page?
My name is Maddie.
Nice to meet you, Maddie. That's a lovely name. Hope you enjoy being in your free time.
You spelled my name wrong.
Sorry, please give me a moment.
Being in Tokyo really feels like being in a movie or maybe like a prank TV show at all times. Like there's literal Mario Karts driving around. That Shibuya crossing is insane. I think I've walked across it like probably 15 times, honestly. It's so fun though to just go back and forth, and somehow the crowd never ends. They're like, I've been in Shibuya for hours and there's a crowd every single time the light turns green. I was just texting Alex and telling him that it doesn't feel very Christmassy for Christmas Eve, but look, this is so cute.
Number 4?
Good morning from my last day in Tokyo. I'm currently in Ginza, which is like the upscale shopping part of the city, I guess you could say. There's kind of luxury brands in like every mall here, but the main street in Ginza is like all luxury brands. Like I was just walking by like Versace and Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all that. All the buildings here are very pretty. A lot of them are a lot more modern. But yeah, I'm waiting on a reservation for a pancake place so I can finally try souffle pancakes because I've been waiting all week for that. I don't really have any plans for today though. I'm just gonna like go shopping, walk around some of the malls here. I still haven't had ramen and sushi, so that is definitely on my to-do list. But given that I had food poisoning the other day, I'm just surprised that I even like made it to Disneyland yesterday and I'm still up and rallying. Also, all of their vending machines have hot options on the bottom and cold options. Some of them even have ice cream, but they're all less than $1. The most expensive thing on here are the American brands because there's Red Bull and Monster that are like $1.50. I found the 7-Eleven jackpot. This place is so good. I've already eaten like half of it, but I took a little detour. While I'm waiting for my pancake reservation, I decided to just eat more food instead. No, I don't think that this Tiffany & Co. is large enough actually. I think it should be bigger. One thing about Japan that I definitely didn't expect is the wind chill here is insane. I just looked at the weather. It's currently 40 degrees and it says it feels like 24. And boy, do I believe that. And to think, I almost went out today without a jacket because when I left this morning, it was 50 degrees and sunny. And then even then it said feels like 35 when it was 50. This canal has been right by my hotel this whole time. I didn't even know. Yeah, I've been up there. That's the Tokyo Skytree. I just realized this is the first gas station that I have seen this entire week, actually. I can't tell exactly how much it costs because I can't read this sign, but I do think it's interesting that's actually the only one that I've seen this entire week. I mean, a lot of people do drive electric cars, but there's also plenty of people that drive gas cars, so it's interesting. Bye, Tokyo. I'm leaving Tokyo and on to the next city. See you soon in a new country too.